Do you believe Comey should be in jail?
I do. Any other person with a position of influence that he has, people who take very seriously what a guy of his stature, his experience, and what the propaganda media has built him up to be, I'm very concerned for the president's life. We've already seen assassination attempts. I'm very concerned for his life. And James Comey, in my view, should be held accountable and put behind bars for this.
All right, let's talk about this real quick. Keep it on the screen. Let's talk about this real quick, because there are a group of people that are on both sides of this. Some people say it's not a crime. It's not a crime to post a picture. How can you create that as a crime? The guy just posted a picture. You can't prove his culpable mental state. However, there's another argument to this, because a person of his stature, that's the difference between a little kid walking up on seashells and taking a picture versus a person who's a director of the FBI, who's been 20 some years of experience, knowing threats that are against the president, exposed to threats, get training on what is a threat and what's not a threat. That means that he is culpable. He knowingly and intentionally posted something that he reasonably should have known was a threat. And that is enough to investigate somebody. And then once you investigate a person, then you can find out their true motives. But at least probable cause to investigate a person who is knowingly and intentionally posting a threat. Now, let me say it like this. Just say that, because you can accomplish posting a threat and deleting it and saying, hey, I didn't do anything about, or I was wrong, or I was unaware of this, while also still accomplishing the same threat. Meaning that if you wanted to get the message out of there that, hey, I want to whistle blow that we need to go and take out Trump, I post it, then I delete it and say, oh, I didn't know what it was. But it has already been posted. It has already been shared. It is already still in perpetuity on the internet. You can't delete the internet. That's why we still have a picture of the post that he made, because it never goes away. So a person can say, oh, I'm going to outsmart the government by posting something that's a direct threat and then acting like I didn't know what was going on. This is why we can do an investigation into this. Director Comey has already showed signs of hating Donald Trump. He's always been a part of an apparatus that illegally went against Donald Trump, illegally investigated Donald Trump. And so I think that it's fair to draw the comparison, and at least he should be investigated for what he did, which I think that he is being investigated.
86-47.
86-47.
Are you buying that the former FBI director didn't know what 86 Trump meant?
A child knows what that meant. If you're the FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination.
Nobody can prove anything differently than what was said. You see a person's implicit bias. Not even implicit, I mean direct bias against Donald Trump. He completely fluffed the investigation to Hillary Clinton because he was standing behind Hillary, and I would say he wanted her to have an opportunity to win the presidency. He was biased. He got fired because the guy literally said out of his mouth that Hillary Clinton sent and received hundreds of classified documents. That is a felony. That is against